I'm Rehfuss. I work with Umpqua Bank as a data analyst. Our group builds programs that find things that aren't quite working right. We're the data integrity group. One of the fun things about this is I get to scavenger hunt and find things that aren't working quite right, then fix them. So an example might be something where we're looking to have 4 yellow pieces. You see here there's only 3, so it's not complete. So we can send it over to the group that takes care of this type of stuff, and they'll send it back and they'll say, okay, it's complete, but it doesn't have all the right colors in there. There's still 3 yellows, but we need 4 yellows in there. So it's complete, but it's not accurate. So again, we'll send it back to our partners and they'll look at it and they'll fix it. And once they fix it, it should have 4 yellows, and now it's both complete and accurate. Now, that's a little abstract of an example. So let's look at something like a car. We'll take this Lego car, nice family SUV, or so it's supposed to represent. And one of the challenges we see with the car is that it doesn't have any front wheels. So again, it's not complete. So we can say that this is a loan that, say, doesn't have somebody's FICO score in it. We'll send that back over to the folks that are supposed to take care of that. They'll make sure that it has everything it's supposed to have. And when it comes back, we'll look at it again. It's got all its wheels, and now it moves just fine. And we move on. That's something that's, say, something that's a residential loan that is represented by this nice family car. We also have a commercial truck here, and there's a little problem with this commercial truck. The front wheels, it looks cool, but it's not accurate because the front wheels are not what they need to be. We send that back over to our team and we find the problem. We know what needs to be done. They come back and they'll put the proper wheels on it. And again, this nice, commercial bank truck has the right wheels and it'll be moving along. Now, I could come up with a rule. I could say, hey, anytime I see some sort of commercial truck that has these big wheels on it, just reject it outright. But that's not always the case. Again, we're looking for completeness and accuracy, but accuracy may mean different things, which is part of what makes this really cool because there are different rules, but there's also exceptions we need to account for. So when we have something like this tractor, tractors have the big wheels in the back. This is just fine. So we have to build these programs. We need to have these rules that we build to look at all of the things inside of the bank and make sure that they're complete and accurate across the board. In fact, that's a part of what you see over here. We put together some things for the community around the Payroll Protection Act. And one of the things our team got to do is we got to help do some of the data completeness and accuracy for that. And at the end, we helped save 250,000 jobs as part of that program. So that's pretty cool. Again, that's something that we got a chance to take a look at, and we got a chance to participate in our role as data integrity analysts. How did I decide to choose this career? Well, I like technology. I definitely love working with data, and you want to make things better. That's really important to me. So again, something like that Payroll Protection Act, where we're able to save those jobs, is a way that I can actually apply that in my particular job. Now, one of the things they asked us to put in the video is some advice we might have to somebody about achieving their career goal. So the first one that I want to advise on is it's okay to ask why. And then it's okay to ask why again if you want to dig a little bit deeper and dig a little bit deeper. It's okay to ask for help. We all work in teams. We're not all working solo. It's a little bit of a shift from, say, a school environment where you do the work yourself. Sometimes you work in teams. We're all working in teams, and it's okay to ask for help. One of the biggest pieces of advice I can have is learn to communicate effectively. That's in person, that's in groups, that's in writing, because you can be the smartest person in the room, and it's not that important to be the smartest person in the room, but when you have something to say, if you can't communicate it, then you're not as effective. Also, when it comes to communication and just in general, less can be more. One of the challenges I can have is I get real in the weeds. Our job is looking at the intimate parts of our data and figuring out where the problems are. But sometimes my boss just wants to know what time it is. He doesn't want me to tell him how I actually built that clock. Another thing I do for advice is break down bigger problems into smaller pieces. So if you have something that's really big and you're trying to overcome it, say in scenario A, it's really big, but if you take those 3 pieces and you break them down and you try to solve them in individual pieces, it's a whole lot easier. And then agree, or at least ask, what success looks like up front. And then check in every once in a while along the way. Again, I'm Kurt Rehfuss. I work for Umpqua Bank in our data integrity group. And I hope you have a great day.